Hi, I'm really glad you arrived on this page because today is your day. You can save your marriage starting today, even if you're the only one who wants to. And it doesn't matter if you're feeling hopeless, rejected, angry, lonely, or betrayed. By the time you're done watching this video presentation, you're going to know exactly how to turn your marriage around starting today. Back to the dream marriage you had in mind when you first married your spouse. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the 3 deadly mistakes that destroy marriages and how you can avoid them. And before the end of the presentation, you'll also learn 3 priceless insights and marriage-saving strategies you can immediately use to save your marriage, even if you're the only one who's interested. I know it's a big promise, but I intend to keep it. The reality is, the longer you wait to implement positive actions in your marriage, the worse the marriage gets. The depth of conflict, the constant escalating arguments, and the emotional hurts that accumulate over time may damage your marriage irreversibly. So I want to urge you to watch this video till the very end. Your marriage deserves a chance. What I'm about to share with you will transform your marriage for good. The minutes you spend with me here will be the wisest use of your precious time, and that I can guarantee. So let's begin with a story about Aaron and Anna. Aaron and Anna have been married for 11 years, and they were ready to end it, to file in legal proceedings for a divorce. Truth is, it's been years since they've been happy with their marriage. There was much yelling, threats, and fights in the household. It became almost a daily thing. Small issues escalated to big arguments. There was no peace, just unrest and distress. They weren't sharing the same room anymore. Aaron moved to the guest room or was occasionally seen spending the night on the couch. They began to spend time away from each other, investing their time in different activities, and spending almost no time with each other. Both Aaron and Anna wanted love, respect, acceptance, and admiration, but neither felt it. Their marriage felt like an empty vessel. Realizing how far south their relationship had gone, they both attempted to change. They wanted to make their marriage work, but it never really got going the way they wanted it to. They went to marriage counselors, seminars, bought a variety of tapes and books, and even had their families intervene, but it didn't really change the state of their marriage. In fact, with the conflicting advice they received, it often made the situation worse than it was. It seemed as if they were stuck in a black hole, in that the longer they waited, the more of their marriage disappeared into the abyss of increasing confusion, anger, and resentment. They knew change was needed, and they were desperate to find a solution, but they just didn't know how. For a few years now, the glue that held their marriage together was their kids, as they felt obligated to give them a complete family unit. But the kids knew their parents' marriage had hit the rocks. It was obvious. And it was painful for them to see. They then started to lose hope, eventually leading both of them to seek a divorce as the pain was unbearable. Perhaps you can relate to this. You may feel that saving your marriage is an impossible feat right now, considering how far your marriage may have slipped away. But all is not lost. In fact, I'll confidently say that your marriage can still work and blossom to what it once was, or even better. How do I know this? Well, let me finish the story of Aaron and Anna. Actually, it was Aaron who started the process. While Anna was insistent on a divorce, Aaron downloaded Save Your Marriage Now and read it by himself. Anna eventually found out what was happening because Aaron seemed to change after consuming the priceless insights within Save Your Marriage Now. After some persuading by Aaron, Anna agreed to seek me out personally for further help, together with Aaron. We spoke for hours, and by the end of our session together, they decided to give their marriage one final push. They decided to work on their marriage using the priceless insights and marriage-saving strategies I had shared with them, suspending their disbelief for a few weeks at least. Within a short period of 4 weeks, there was a tangible and dramatic transformation in their marriage. There were no signs of any name-calling and destructive threats. There was no sleeping in the guest room or on the couch. There were no more painful arguments that led to days of unrest and hurt. Their previously dispassionate, sexless marriage began to transform into one that was passionate, loving, and intimate. Their 2 kids began to see the difference in their marriage and were overjoyed to see the changes in the household. The atmosphere in their home changed. It was previously lifeless, but now it was bustling with hope, joy, and happiness. And more importantly, the thought of getting a divorce was gone, replaced by a strong commitment to their marriage. So if you previously thought that your marriage was dead in the water, all is not lost. In fact, you can save your marriage and solve the problems and obstacles you face in your marriage rather quickly if you use the priceless insights I'm going to share with you today. Hi, I'm Dan Lee, a relationship restoration coach. I've been helping couples restore their relationships for years now. I started my journey trying to salvage my relationship that was in the dumps, and the thought of losing her was more than I could bear. I attended counseling, couples therapy, attended seminar after seminar, even bought books on psychology and relationship dynamics. I even hung out and observed friends and family members who had lasting, happy marriages. And I'm proud to say I did all of that, because in the midst of doing that, I started to change. I must say, not all of the courses I attended and counseling I'd experienced were helpful, but some of them were gems. I started to believe that a strong marriage and a lasting, loving relationship is possible. I started to believe that passion in a relationship doesn't have to fade away into the abyss. I then started to document what I'd learned, working it gradually into my relationship, and I've seen it grow into a fulfilling one. These marriage and relationship-saving nuggets are what I term now to be priceless insights. My relationship that was filled with anger, arguments, and lack of passion was gone. I began to learn and enjoy what a really passionate and loving relationship meant and how it felt to be in one. I began to see the power of the priceless insights I had, and so did my friends. Slowly they began to demand that I help them with their troubles. Using the priceless insights I've taught them, my friends were able to salvage their marriages, experience a 180-degree turnaround, and eventually making their dream marriage that was previously so elusive a reality. But why keep these priceless insights to just myself and my friends, I thought. Surely this discovery could help many couples restore their marriages, even without me being there physically to help them. Considering how grim the statistics are on divorce, with more than 50% of marriages ending in divorce, I considered it my mission to help as many marriages as I can. This is why I decided to package these priceless insights into a program so that anyone with marital or relationship problems would be able to save their marriages and not have to wander around hopelessly for a solution. And the great news is, relationships that are troubled by after affairs, deception, resentment, unforgiveness, midlife crises, bankruptcies, and even total loss of passion can be salvaged. I've seen these troubled relationships come back to life with these priceless insights and marriage-saving strategies, and I'm certain that yours can be too. Like I promised earlier, here are the 3 deadly mistakes you must avoid in your marriage to have it stand a chance of recovering. Deadly mistake number 1, making mountains out of molehills. Most couples argue and fight on a daily basis, and usually the issue of the arguments is small and inconsequential, what I term as molehills. It takes 2 to create an argument, and when a small issue is reacted to with a raised and angry tone of voice, the spouse will feel defensive, leading to a fight or flight response. What happens is an escalation of the fight, leading to a grave argument that could last for days or even weeks that no doubt causes severe damage to the marriage. So from now on, when you face some disagreement on a small issue, such as where to have lunch and other things, remember to keep the small issue in its place and don't make mountains out of molehills. Deadly mistake number 2, making threats to get divorced. This is another deadly mistake. When a spouse makes a threat to get divorced or an ultimatum to walk out from a marriage, this signals that the marriage could end at any time. This leaves the other spouse to be extremely vulnerable and insecure. When that happens, the trust and security of the marriage fades away, eventually leading to the countdown of the actual divorce proceedings. So keep in mind, never threaten your spouse with getting a divorce. It's extremely fatal to a marriage. Deadly mistake number 3, believing that